Okay, so let's start. We go to the derivation of gas laws, okay? So in your high school chemistry, Mr. Capio, have you learned about Boyle's law,
Yes.
Carnot's law, and Gay-Lussac's law?
Yes.
Okay, so the process of teaching and learning there is actually you are going to memorize, let's say, Boyle's law. Separate. Let's say, if it is at constant temperature, ito. If it is constant volume, ito. If it is constant pressure, ito. Okay? So, my approach is not for you to memorize things, but to understand. Okay? Now, have you can you recall the combined gas law? Hindi. What about
Ideal gas law?
ideal gas law?
PV equals nRT.
Okay. So let's start. PV is equal to nRT. Okay? Yan. Now, when you derive equations, okay, so doon papasok yung paano kayo mag-manipulate, paano nyo naiintindihan yung inyong equation. So, if this PV is equal to nRT, okay, it's only applicable sa ideal gas. Now, if you're going to again, level it up pagdating sa physical chemistry, Phychem 1, Phychem 2, no? Phychem 1, wala pang application ng calculus dyan. Pagdating ng Phychem 2, meron na kayong calculus. Okay. Now, yung inyong ideal gas law, you can apply it sa liquids. Okay? By incorporating compressibility factor, which is yung letter na ginagamit doon or notation is Z. Letter Z, okay? Now, I'm gonna manipulate this equation, kaya lang, it seems to be baliktad yung nakikita nyo yata, no? Yung nagre-register. Okay? Hindi. Okay naman. Alright. So, I'm gonna manipulate this equation if I say PB, okay, is equal to, yeah. So, NR and then T. Alright. So, ano yung maiisip nyo dyan? Meron ba kayong maiisip na po pwede nating maisimplify? What about if I'm going to change this one to PV over T is equal to NR? Okay. So, ano yung maiisip nyo ngayon dyan? If my system has a constant number of moles and R is an ideal gas constant, meaning to say that I can make use of NR as, okay, isang package na sila at yun ay constant. Did I violate any mathematical law here? Diba? Wala. Basta ang pinag-uusapan natin, constant ang inyong number of moles. So, constant naman yung R. So, isang package, constant siya. Okay. Now, tumatakbo yung inyong system. Okay? So, from point 1 to point 2, so that means, kung constant meaning to say, from point 1, you have their P1, V1 over T1. Ibig sabihin, if I will multiply pressure to volume and divide it by time, constant siya. So, meaning to say, if I will go for point 2, ganun pa rin yun. Okay? Dahil yun yung line of argument na pag minultiply ko ang pressure to volume and divide it by time, it will always be constant. So therefore, kahit pasabihin nyo, yan, up to point N. Okay? So, ayan na. Okay. Now, ano ngayon ito? P1 over T1 if I will only consider point 1 to point 2. Anong tawag mo dyan, Mr. Cabio?
Combined gas law.
Very good. Okay? Combined gas law. So, meaning to say, nag-start ako, gagawa ako from here. Okay? Makikita ninyo ilan ang equations na madidevelop from here. Ang importante is you know your mathematics, yung rule, no, in modifying equations, okay, or manipulating. Actually, the correct word there is manipulating equations. Okay. Now, from ideal gas law, nagpunta tayo ngayon, nakarating tayo sa combined gas law. Now, engineers, when we speak, no, to each other, we normally express ourselves in terms of equations, in terms of letters because of the XYZ representing unknowns, and then numbers, and then angles. Okay. Now, pagsalitain nyo ngayon tong equation na to. Ako ay plant manager or plant engineer. Ang plant ako is isothermal. Okay? Meaning to say, constant ang temperature. Okay. So, if I set the condition here na ang temperature ay constant. Mr. Cabio, ano ngayon yung pwede kong alisin ngayon dito?
Yung temperature.
This one. So, meaning to say, at constant temperature, pwedeng ganyan. Na pwedeng ang lalabas ay ang equation na P1, V1 is equal to P2, V2. So, meaning to say, from combined gas law, I was able to derive, ano ngayon tong equation na to?
Boyle's law po.
O, wag niyo may question. Hanapin niyo ngayon yan. Ano to? Kasi I don't want you to memorize things. I want you to understand things. I want you to analyze things. By doing that, mag-get rid natin yung nagre-rely kayo sa memorization. So, papasok internally sa inyo, sa system ninyo, yung parang hindi ka magre-rely sa memorization, but dun sa analysis. Okay. Miss Planillo. So, ano ngayon to? Kasi ihahang ko to, hindi ko sasabihin kung Boyle's law, kung ano, Illusak's law ito.
Boyle's law po.
Sigurado kayo? Alright. So, I will leave you that question, to you that question. Alright. Now, let me remove this so that I can get a little bit of space. Okay? Yan. Now, pag pinagsalita ko naman ito, na ito ay pressure ay constant. Going back to this combined gas law. Okay? Now, Mr. Cabio, ano yung pwede kong i-cancel?
Ano po ulit yung nawala po ako?
Okay. So, meron na tayong one combined gas law at Boyle's law. Tama? Now, balik tayo dun sa combined gas law. If my system is at constant pressure, ano yung pwede kong alisin dito sa combined gas law? I-cancel.
Yung P1 at P2.
Okay, very good. So, therefore, ano naman ngayon tong equation na to?
Taylor's.
Basta yung mga tanong na yan, kayo ang sasagot niyan. Kasi I believe na yan ay nasa high school na ninyong chemistry dapat. Alright? So, ilan na yung na-develop natin na equation, Miss Mendoza? 4 na.
4 po.
Okay. Now, balik ulit tayo. Magde-derive ulit ako ng isa. Okay. If now my system is... Ano pa yung isa na kailangan natin? Na i-constant? Na pwede natin i-constant? Miss Bagi?
Volume po.
Okay, very good. So, volume is constant. Now, Mr. Cabio ulit. Ano yung pwede kong i-cancel dito?
Yung V1 at V2.
Okay, very good. So, P1 over T1 is equal to P2 over T2. Okay. So, maliit lang yung aking whiteboard. I do hope na nasundan ninyo. So, therefore, ang pinaka-conclusion, let me say this. Yang P1, PV is equal to nRT, you can derive out of that a total of 5 equations. Alright? So, mas confident kayo ngayon na nagagamit niyo yung mathematics ninyo at na-incorporate ninyo yung chemistry and vice versa. Your chemistry is being used para ma-exercise yung math skills ninyo and then yung mathematics ninyo nagagamit para maintindihan ninyo yung chemistry nang hindi kayo nag-memorize. Okay? So this is about your gas law. Okay.